come in a little closer.
Nope.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Woo. So, how you doing?
I'm so good. I'm so sleepy, but
You made it.
I did. I made it. I love it here. It's so peaceful. Y'all don't know this. Her house is so peaceful and quiet. Like, I want to go take a nap.
No. Stay up
I
with
love
me.
it.
Yes. So, welcome back, y'all. I know y'all seen me earlier.
Right.
And I had to come back again because
We got more to talk about.
yes, it don't stop.
No.
So come in as you all come in, and we gonna get them time to trickle in. I have a YouTube channel, and it's called Let's Talk, Let's Pray, Let's Faith. And as I was explaining earlier, you know, it's always been heavy on my heart to like empower women and, you know, just try to encourage others. I selected you, Shawnta, because I felt like when you pray and like your demeanor come off so strong, like even with the word, like it'd be like, dang, she, you know, she touching it. It ain't gotta be nothing but like 3 words, and you be like, I felt that, right? So I had asked her to do this topic with me about embracing the uncomfort because I did a video before about comfort is not my focus. So if you all tuned in, you know exactly what happened there. So we'll talk about it a little bit more today. You wanna tell a little bit about yourself?
No, I'm going to talk about you first because y'all, look, understand. Number one, thank you, because to me, I do not come off like that. Like, I feel so timid when I speak.
I do too.
So I don't feel like I'm coming off as strong as you think, but like, thank you. But not only that, but like, I love that she has this channel because I remember when it was just an idea.
Yeah.
And I chose this topic not realizing that this was you. This was you. Like, I literally told her, like, put yourself out there and understand. Like, if you're waiting, because she was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it or when am I going to do it. And I was just like, look, if you're waiting to be comfortable, you're never going to do it.
Yep.
You're never going to
It's
do
so
it.
true.
Because it is so uncomfortable to put yourself out there like that. Like,
And like even when I was telling you about praying, I was like, I'd be at church and I'd be wanting to just walk up to somebody because they be crying, you know, whatever, and just pray for them. And I'd be like, and I just get scared, like, I'm gonna go sit down.
like, what do I say?
But it'd be like, you know, it'd be like that. And then I remember you talking to me, and you was like, it don't have to be that hard. You know, you thinking about it just making it hard. It don't have to be that hard.
Yes,
But
just do it.
yeah, but if you're not being obedient because you like you scared, you know, that fear there, then
Yes, and understand too that like when you get an idea, people think, okay, it's just an idea. But it's like, no, if God is putting something on your heart, like he's telling you, go do this. Go do this.
Yeah.
And I remember, and I was like, well, how long are you going to be disobedient? Like,
I said, that's what we calling it.
but it's so true because if he's putting it on your heart, he wants you to get out and do it.
Yeah.
And he's not going to put you so far out there that he's not still protecting you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if he's pushing you to go and do something and stretching you to be a bigger and better person and be bold, know that he's got your back. And not only do he have your back, he has your front because he's put the idea already out there.
Right.
So he's already leading the way and he's just waiting on you. So he's turning around like,
When you
you
gonna do it?
when you coming?
Because I swear, it was like, so you know, like me and Tisha will always talk about it. Like, let's do this show, let's do this channel, come on, let's get it popping. And then like one day she'll be like, all right, I'm really tired, friend, I gotta take this nap. And I'll be ready. And then when she ready, like, come on, friend, I'll be like, all right, friend, well, I'm about to shoot to do hair. I'm about to, you know, whatever the case may be, or I'm at home working, so I can't do it. And then it'll just keep passing by.
Yeah,
And then
it
one
will.
week, it was like, I woke up and I wanted to do the video. Like, I just wanted to do it. And I kind of like got focused. I was like, okay, I'm
Like
working.
laser
I gotta
focus.
work. Stop thinking about it. And then like I'll be watching Sarah Jakes, and then I'll just be here like, yes, sis, yes, sis. Then I'll be like, I'm about to make a video. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this is what I need to be doing. So one day I called her and she was like, all right. She was like, I'm gonna come before I go to work. I'm about to take a nap. I'm like,
I'm ready.
I'm about to do the video. I did the video. I texted like, yeah, I'm just gonna start without you because I love you, but
I'm ready.
it's on my heart, like, you know.
Yes.
And so she's still gonna come on as a guest or whatever, but you know, I just started, and then once I started, I felt good. You know, I filmed the first video, and I was like, that was dope. Like, I rewatched it. I was like, my energy was like on point. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I was like a little discouraged, you know, like, okay, what if people, you know, but I'm like, but what I'm talking about, everybody go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody that went through depression or almost hit there, anxiety.
Yeah.
And just really trying to get uncomfortable. So when you in that comfort place or in that comfort zone and you like, I got the money to start this business, but I'm gonna just keep working this 9 to 5 because this paying bills. What if that fail? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like just stepping out on faith, and that's what I had to do. I was like, I'm gonna step out on faith. I'm gonna do the video. And Pastor was like, as long as it hit one person, you know you did your part.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that because it's like you don't have to appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
You don't. It's like, you know, even God, like he saves the one. He'll leave the 99 as long as you get that one.
Yes.
As long as you get that one person. Because the one person that you hit or the one person that's like feeling it, that's that one person that needs it at that moment.
I agree.
So if you only stop and reach out to that one when they need it, I mean, that's what it's all about.
And then they might go, dang, I could send this to Shawnta because I know she could relate. And then I'm going to pass the video along. And then it's going to trickle and trickle and trickle. And then next thing you know, you done help somebody you ain't even know.
Yeah, and like when you go through stuff, a lot of the times people, like you don't realize, people always go, you know, like, why me? Woe is me when I'm going through my depression, when I'm, you know, going through this sickness and I'm in and out the hospital. What you don't realize is that's part of your testimony too. And you don't, like, God is he's so purposeful. And there's nothing that he does by accident. So when you're going through things, it's to help other people. So you might say, okay, well, you know, why am I going through this depression? And then you get through it, and then like 6 months later, somebody else is like, Bridgette, I'm so depressed. Like, oh my God, what to do? And you like, wait, yeah, like I've been through that. I've been through that. And so you have to be, so being uncomfortable to me is like, it's part of it. Because when life gets rough and you get uncomfortable, you figure out how to go through it to help the next person go through it. So you have to be willing to be open and be honest and upfront about what you're going through afterwards too. Don't keep those lessons for yourself. So it's important, like your channel, to be able to pass it on.
I agree. And like the Bible say, you know, you're supposed to go out and make disciples and teach, you know, teach the word. And like, why would you bottle it up? Why would you not tell people about Jesus Christ? Why would you not invite people to church? Like,
like how, not only that, but why? But like, how could you not? Like, when you think about those times where you just crying, your pillow is soaking wet, and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, And you look up and you're through it. How could you not tell somebody about that? Because it's like, I can't do it.
I know I ain't do it on my own.
No,
somebody brought me through.
Because if you're doing it on your own, why you crying?
Somebody brought me through.
So it's like, how could you not share that? It's like if you would go to a restaurant and have a good experience, you would tell your friend. Or if you go someplace and the service is terrible, you would tell your friend. So if somebody is getting you through life,
write in their review.
Right. Exactly. You on Yelp like,
they got bed bugs. Don't eat there. Period. Poo. But for real,
like, you have
this
to.
This is true.
You really got to be willing to get out there and do it. It's like you get so excited. And I love that because I've been able to like start off, you know, going to the house and get back really into church. And I've been able to see like people like you and people like Shawnta, hey girl. That transition. Even like Tasha, just watching people transform. Like I love it to see y'all like on fire, like seeing the post that y'all put on Facebook and just going out and just getting other people excited. I love that transition because you see people that start off in the back of the church. You know what I'm saying? You come in, you that last pew, like, let me just get on
in church, like, I made it.
Yes. And then you
at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Look, 1:15, let me get here right when he tell everybody to sit down. We finna get into the word. But you see people like that go from sliding in there to just boldly. Yes.
And on time.
Okay, a little early too sometimes. Hey.
Looking for that blueberry muffin.
Yes, but then you see them like boldly walk in the church and they come down that aisle with a purpose. Like, I got a seat in here and it ain't back there. Absolutely. And it ain't back there because you get closer to the fire. You get so excited about it. And then you meet other people that's sitting right there in the fire with you. And I always thought, like, being younger, they tell you, oh, well, you got to be in church all the time. And I'm like, not good. Sorry, Granny, I'm not.
Granny, I got stuff to do.
Right, about that. I got to go on Wednesdays and Tuesdays, choir rehearsal. I don't even sing, but I got to go to choir rehearsal. So now it's like you go in and I see the importance of, like, surrounding yourself with God-like people because you really see that you guys build each other up. And just those little messages like, hey, how you doing? Thinking about you. You all right?
Yeah.
Like, it matters because it does. It gets really uncomfortable the closer you get to them.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because it was somebody I was listening to earlier this week. It might have been Sarah or somebody else on YouTube because I'd be clicking on videos. But they were saying how the more you walk like God and the more you look like God,
yes,
and the more you talk like God, the battles start attacking you.
Yes.
Like the battles are like gravitating.
Yes, that's the scripture I was looking for last night.
Yeah, and
that's the scripture I was looking for.
It's in Genesis. Something in Genesis. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, it's highlighted in my phone. And I was like, dang, but when I read it, I did think about you earlier because I was like, this kind of sounds like what you were saying.
Yes.
And I was like, dang, that's crazy because that's so true. Because the more you think you doing stuff right, it seemed like the more God just started throwing stuff at you, and you like, okay, I stopped putting myself in battles. Now you put me in battles. What is going on here?
Like,
what are we doing? You rocking with me or not? So you have to definitely understand, like, one, the battle he put you in. Two, the battle you put yourself in. Ooh. But all together, both is in God's plan. And both is in God's will. And I mentioned that earlier with Sade. I was telling her how we spoke on about, thank God we don't look like what we've been through. Ooh. And I was saying, it's been times I put myself in a lot of battles where I know I wasn't supposed to. Like,
trying to do your own thing.
Drunk driving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Lord, I'm getting on myself. Like, I don't know how I made it home last night. But I'm glad the angels covered me because I got 2 babies that I want to look up to every day. So, you know, back then, you partying, you in high school, you got your L's. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now that I'm older, of course, you know,
you see it and it makes sense now.
Yeah, we done grown up, so we know better. Hopefully we know. But yeah, so it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never. I was telling Lemire earlier this week, like, you don't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? To come to church, you don't have to be perfect to pray. You don't have to be perfect just to say you a believer. Just as long as you try, he gonna notice that, and then it's gonna get better in time because he gonna work on you. Yes, as long as you ask him to show me how to get uncomfortable. Show me where I need to be, Lord. You know, help me learn how to pray and pray to you. It's not that hard. No. And it's just a whisper. Prayer is a whisper. It could be one word, or you just saying, thank you, Jesus, for letting me make it home. That's a prayer. Yes. So we make it harder than what it is.
We really do. And the thing is like, if you're waiting to be perfect to go to church, churches would be empty. Yeah. They would be empty. Yes. To be honest, it's just going to be the pews and the walls.
Yes.
It's going to be the pews and the walls. Even your pastor won't be there. Even your minister's not going to be there. Your deacons, nobody. Because we are all imperfect.
Yes.
And every day that we wake up, we know that we're going to fall short. But the difference between the believer and the non-believer is knowing where to go and what to do from that moment.
Absolutely.
You know, because you recognize your error as a believer, and then you're like, okay, you know what, God, I'm so sorry. Like, let me fix this. Help me, show me, bend me, mold me.
Yeah.
Whereas
stretch me.
Yes. Yeah. Whereas, you know, the non-believer is like, oh, whatever, I made a mistake. But it's like now when we make a mistake, it's like, for me, it hurts my own feelings because it's like, I know I let God down. I know I did. So it's like, help me get right back on track. And that's the uncomfortable part of it, where it's like, you know, you make a mistake and you want to beat yourself up, but it's like, you don't have to. You don't have to, because God knows what you're going to do before you even do it. And he already died for that.
Yep.
Like, so it's
he definitely knows.
Yeah, he knows. And he's so graceful and he's so forgiving.
Promising.
Girl.
Because it's done been some times. My.
Yes. Because it's not.
I know. I be like.
It's not an easy walk. Because it's like you said, when you start going through stuff and you walking straight, he will just throw obstacles at you. And if you pay attention, this is stuff that you know you failed at before.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, because it's like you go and you're like, I think I got this. Yeah. And then somebody come and cut you off and you like,
then threw you off,
you know what?
Off your focus.
Yes.
Now you throwing off your focus. And you was about to go back to that person you was, but you can't go back to that person you was. Because if I cuss you out like the Bridgette from back then in the day, I'm going to be like, you know what? Yeah. That wasn't nothing but the devil. I just let the devil win. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that growth come in and you be like, ooh, sigh.
And you
have a blessed day. I'm gonna let you go.
Yes, and you act the fool by yourself.
You cut me off in traffic, but if I had something to throw, I still would have.
I mean, I'd have thought about it first.
I would have thought about it, but you know.
But it's true. It's like you get all of these battles, and you know it is a test because God wants to see, where are you? Are you really true to what you say you are? And in one of our women's meetings, I know I talked about it, where people say, you know, like, why do bad things happen to good people? Oh. And people say that all the time. You're like, I'm such a good person. Why do this keep happening to me?
Right.
Yes, you feel like you're doing everything right. But it is a test. It is all a test. God wants to see where your faith is. And when your back is against the wall, do you turn into Shawnta, or do you go back to the person that you know that you need to be walking with Christ? It's like, okay, so which one am I going to do? And he wants to see where you are, because he can't bless you and give you things if he can't trust you. If he can't trust you. So he got to test you.
That's deep right there. Woo, girl, you won't. Let me tell you. So, I'm glad you said that about keeping still, because me and Sade mentioned that earlier too, and she was saying how it's good to keep still, you know, stop being so quick to make a move when, you know, everything might not be going right, you know, so I ain't get that house. I won't qualify for it. My credit score was 2 points shy of what I needed. So I'm about to go get the apartment that's 2 times more than what the house was, just because I want to live like how I want to live. But really in reality, I'm rushing. And really in reality, God, like, I want you to keep still. If you in your mama's basement, I don't care. You gotta wait. I need you to be still. But because you like, okay, the house didn't work out, maybe I just need to go this route to the apartment. But just because you didn't get the okay from God, it's okay to still keep still. You still don't know where to go. It's okay to still
be still. Yeah, because the word says, be still and know that I am God. So know that, you know, your trust is in him. Be still until he tells you which way to move. And, you know, he might not come to you and be like, Bridgette, I said stay in your mama's basement.
Right.
But it might be.
Because you're anxious and you got the money and you're ready to spend it.
And you're ready to go. But it's like, you know, you got to wait and kind of see, because when it's meant for you, it's going to fall in line and it's going to be so easy. It's going to be so easy for you to walk into that. But you got to be still. And the thing is, people get so impatient and they're so uncomfortable and they're like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And especially, and especially like new Christians, they want it to happen now. God, answer me right now. Tell me. Yes. And while you can talk to him, he talks to you in different ways.
Yeah, he would definitely show you. And if you pray about it, he gonna show you.
Yes.
He gonna show you. Because I be like, trouble me in my sleep, Lord, if I shouldn't date this guy. And then, 2 days go by, and he'll do something crazy that'll throw me off, and I'll be like, block.
The Lord told me.
You creepy. Nope. I'm good. So I definitely get it, Or shoot, you might get a dream. And then the dream, I pay attention. I be like, listen.
Okay.
Me and homegirl was fighting. Keep me away. Okay.
Yes. And he will come and speak to you in so many different ways. And for example, like the scripture that says, be still and know that I am God. I went to a conference, and being a woman minister, especially when you're Baptist, that is like it's unheard of. It's literally like, hey, unicorn, how you doing? And so I was at this conference, and it was geared so much, towards the male being in the leadership role. Oh. And so I was sitting there, and I could literally hear the enemy in my ear, like, you need to just leave. This ain't for you. Why are you here? Yeah. Just go. You don't fit in. What are you doing? I could literally hear it. Yeah. And as I'm sitting there, I had tears pouring from my eyes. And everybody looking at me like, what's wrong? Why she mad though? Like, and so I'm sitting there and I'm crying, and as I'm bawling, the enemy's voice is literally getting louder and louder in my ear. So, long story short, at the end of this conference, they give everybody like a little gift. Okay. And so in this box, there was a bunch of different trinkets, and everybody had a prayer cloth. And everybody's prayer cloth was different. And so as I go and I'm hearing all these voices, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, why am I doing this? Just step back, lead from the rear. You don't have to be up front. You don't have to do all of this. I go and get my box, and I open it up. The prayer cloth was at the front. So as soon as I took the lid off, it said, be still and know that I am God. And I was like, oh,
this is Jesus.
Yes.
This is where I'm supposed to be.
I was about to get up. Like, literally, I wanted to walk out of the conference.
You was about to give up.
I was done. Like, the enemy was getting
to
me.
The car, sad, driving, like, maybe I should have stayed. No.
Yes. I was ready to go. I was ready to go because I was getting uncomfortable.
See?
I was getting uncomfortable.
See? But then you look back at it now, and how you feel about it?
Bro, like,
you stayed.
I am so happy that I stayed. Like, this cloth, I want to just cut that part out and just frame it, because it was like everything that had been thrown against me, all the battles that I've been through. And at that moment, I remember wanting to give up. Like, none of this matters. The Lord will understand if I change things a little bit.
Now how
he gonna understand what he told me to do? He gonna understand if I change it.
Right. Like, that's not what I called you to do.
Yes.
Now you being disobedient.
Okay.
That's what you're doing.
You about to make a mess. You about to make a mess of your life. Yes.
Put yourself in a battle you ain't supposed to be in.
Bam.
See how that works?
Bam. It is so true. It's like, you gotta be willing to do that, because when he calls you to do something, it might not be what you had your mindset on.
Yeah.
It might not be that. It might be completely opposite of who you thought you were. Like, did you think, if you go back like 5 years, go back 2 years, did you ever think you would be right here speaking to people about God?
I wasn't thinking about it.
No. What?
It was just 2018 going into 2019 where it really got placed heavy on my heart to do the channel and everything, to empower and stuff. And then like, for some of y'all know I do hair. So with the elderly, I used to always, like, even if I do it out my house, I just want to give back. You know what I'm saying? They could just pay me $20 to come get their hair done. Bring your grandma. The ones in the senior citizen home, they be willing to get out. You know, they be sitting up in there, family don't come visit.
They want to feel pretty.
Yeah, like bring it to get her hair done. You know, I can't do the whole full makeover thing because I don't do makeup for other people. But you know,
I can get your granny together.
We can make her feel good for a day or two. Yeah. So I just always been that type of person, like the big heart. And then my friends be like, you an old lady, because I don't really go out clubbing and stuff. I mean, if it's a special occasion and you like, it's my birthday, it's at Nikki's, okay, I'm going for you. Yeah. But like, if you like, okay, my friend of a friend having a birthday party at Nikki's, I'd be like, yeah, y'all have fun. Yeah, you know what? I did that. No, that was high school and first out of high school, and you get kids and you just like,
your priorities change.
That more important than that shot. You know?
I'm sleeping.
Don't care. Y'all gotta have fun with that. Yes. Or I gotta help my kindergarten at homework, and you trying to go grab drinks at 6. I can't. You know, it's like, no. Y'all just come over here and
that's that shift.
Yeah,
that's that shift
like
that
when
you start to make.
Seeing yourself not doing much of what you used to do, or just not really caring about it, you definitely be like, dang, I'm changing. But it's for the better, you know, not still me.
And the kicker is, though, is like, it's not hard. It's not a hard change.
You want to do it.
Yeah, when it's on your heart, you like, okay.
You want to do it.
Yeah, you're just like, you want to go out?
Yeah. We don't have to.
Yeah, right. Can we get something to eat?
Like, watching Martin. You need me to order a pizza?
Yes.
Yes. So I definitely get it, but yeah, I agree, you know. And I feel like the more you get into a tight spot, it is God putting you to that test. And trying to see what you're supposed to be doing. You know, like, all right, let's see if you focus. All right, you've been wanting this business. You've been crying for it. You've been talking about hair. You want to get in the salon. Okay, I'm going to put you in the salon. So,
hey.
Going to advertise. You going to
what you going to do?
Clientele. Yes. You going to make the money so you could stay in there.
Yes.
You know, some days I'm waking up and I'll be getting discouraged. I'll be like, man. And then I just reflect back on it like it's my passion. Yes. So he placed it heavy on my heart because I have been talking about it for months. Like, I need to get in the salon. I'm going to get a suite. I'm going to get in the salon. Now I'm in the salon and I'm just like, I ain't giving up.
No, it's more to do. Yeah. It's more to do. And you had to go through that little rough patch where you're uncomfortable.
Yes.
And sometimes you just got to be all right with that too.
Yeah.
You got to be all right with it because you know that we serve a God that's going to get you through that period.
Yes.
You know, and so it's like we know that God is never going to put more on us than what we can handle. Yes. But the thing is, if he said he'll never leave you and nor forsake you, so if he's not going to leave you, but he going to put you through more than you can handle, he with you with everything.
Wherever you go.
He's with you with everything. Yeah. So think about what you can do. Yeah. Knowing that he's not going to put more on you, but he always going to be with you. Yeah. So if he with you fighting those battles, my God.
You can't do nothing but win. You can't do nothing but win.
Literally.
And even though when you going through, you ain't thinking that, you be like,
no. Because look,
right now I feel like I'm drowning.
Yeah, because look, but when you get into a fight, you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
When you get into the ring, you're going to get hit.
That's true.
You're going to get hit. But it's like, when you with God, you learn how to start blocking them hits. You like, all right, you know, well, I had a rough day and she cut me off in traffic. Everything just went wrong. So you like, okay, when I get off, am I going to turn up? Or I'm going to go home and just relax, get into my space and just talk to God about getting me through that. Because what you don't realize, that cutoff could have been an accident. That running late could have also been an accident. You know, when you run late, I used to get so frustrated. Like, yes, and you start rushing. Yeah. And what happens when you rush? You make mistakes.
You on the back of somebody's bumper, somebody like me, and I'm a break on purpose. Like, get me if you want to. We're going to be on the phone with State Farm. And I got full coverage. I hope you covered. Because you paying this fine and deductible. You can think you're going to leave if you want to.
No, I see you. I see you. Yes. Seriously.
Yeah, but that's how it be. You be like, you do be rushing. And I know, like, in the morning, sometimes if I oversleep and I got to get Maggie to school, even though the school right around the corner, I'll be like, come on, get dressed. And she be like, Mommy, I'm tired. And I be feeling myself getting frustrated. Like, girl, you went to bed at 8:30. If you don't get out that room, you ain't put your clothes on yet. I'm trying to put my clothes on. I'm like, we literally got 20 minutes. You got to get around the corner so you can have time for breakfast. And she be moving so slow in the morning. And then I be zooming out the parking lot trying to get to the school. And I be like, I got to slow down. Because she'll be in the back saying, Mommy, slow down.
See?
So, and I'll be like, that ain't nothing but the Lord telling me to slow down. She gonna make it.
Yes.
If she don't get her breakfast, she gonna be okay. Just slow it down. So
she will make it.
I definitely be like, yeah. And your baby's always watching your every move. So you gotta be careful because
they are little sponges.
Yeah.
They are little sponges.
Lauren going through that right now. That repeat stage. And I be, oh my God, all day. Now she, oh my God. I be like, go sit down.
So extra.
Yeah. So extra butt. She be like, extra butt. Repeat it again.
Say it again.
Right. So, yeah, definitely. When you get in them tight spots, you just gotta cry it out. Ask God to get in there with you. Yeah, figure it out.
It's okay to not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do. It gets uncomfortable. It gets hard, and you get frustrated. You get sad. You start going through things, and that's why it's important to have your church family because those are the people that are going to be there and support you through that.
Yep.
And so be vocal about it because that person has probably been through the same thing. So you're like, you know what? I'm just not having a good day.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? Well, we ain't got to talk. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to pray for you, though. You know, and it's good to have people around you that you trust that can pray for you when you're not strong enough to pray for yourself.
Yes, this is true.
Because I did not get here because I prayed every night, y'all. I didn't. I had a bunch of people praying for me constantly when I couldn't see the way, when I didn't know the way, when I ain't had no way. I'm just out here in the world. I had a bunch of people praying for me to get me here. And so you realize you got to be careful who you surround yourself with.
Oh, definitely.
And people that understand the walk that you're going through, because either y'all walking it together or they may be a step ahead of you, or maybe it's somebody just behind you on the walk. But y'all at least know what that common goal is.
Yeah, and then definitely, I think you lose some friends.
Oh, God.
Some family, too.
Yeah.
Maybe, you doing your transition. And they'll call you. Like,
hello?
You okay? You on Facebook talking like what? Like, thank you for waking me up this morning, Lord, and sending me on my way?
Like, that's what made you call?
Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah. So, I don't know.
You do.
But I definitely see the transition. I love it, It's better for me and my girls, Like I said, your kids always watching you, so you want to be the best example, And then next is at school. That's where they always at more than home. So you got to remember, you got to pray over them babies when they going to school. And because you got them other kids who don't have parents like us that's in the church or just in the Bible, period.
Keeping them covered.
I'm saying? Yeah.
Keeping them covered.
They come and they animosity and anxiety filled and mad because your baby may have on Uggs and they got on some little beat up Adidas. Like, kids is cruel and they'll do stuff because they not getting that love at home. And you have to tell your child it's okay. When you come to them battles, because it happened to Maya, her first week in kindergarten, they was picking on her. And the little girl told her, because her hair was cute.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? When school started back. Because her mama sent her to school, she didn't have her hair done. Her uniform looked like it was washed pretty much. So it looked like it probably was big sister uniform. And mama was like, we got to make it do what it got to do. You going to have to wear this until mama can get you some. And when I seen the little girl the next day, when I took Maya back to school, I looked at her shoes and I said, I could sense what was going on in the household. And I told Maya, I said, it's okay. You love on her. Yes. You love on her. Yes. Because y'all going to be best friends when the school year over with. I promise you. And the little girl was like, I like your shoes. And it was some Vans, some burgundy Vans. But they weren't Vans. They was the shoes that I had got from Foreman Mills. They look like Vans.
Okay.
So she said that. I looked at her foot. We went and got her some Vans.
Aww.
Girl, they 2 peas in a pod. They just got in trouble last week at school.
Together.
But yeah. I said,
But
nah, you know, y'all gonna have to tighten up. Nah,
Right.
I know y'all cool. She be coming
That
in
is
to my
so-
hey sister, in the morning. I be like,
I
get your
love
stuff
it.
off and get to the table and get your breakfast. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't here playing, making friends. You know, come to school, make friends. What I say? I come to school to learn. Stop crying. Come on.
They're gonna
Get
eat.
to the table.
They're gonna
Her
eat.
teacher be like, don't be so hard on her.
Be like,
She a really good student. She not like the other ones. And I'm like, I know. But she know how I am. So all I gotta do is give Maria that look like.
You see this
And
eye?
then she be like, she'll put it back like, yeah, let me go sit down. That's mama on
That's
me.
that eye. That's
On
that
me.
look. But that is important because
Yeah.
I'm not a parent myself, but that you're the only example that
Yeah.
your daughters have to be a woman.
Yeah.
Like you're where they learn that, and you're where they get their introduction to Christ and how to treat people and how to love on people. Because that situation could have been bad. You could have been bitter about it, or you could have Maya could have started lashing out.
Right.
But
or what if I
instead,
didn't talk to her? And
Yeah.
then she felt like she had to be mean back to the little girl. Because, of course,
Exactly.
that's what kids do. You know, you push
Exactly.
me, I'm going to push you back. And so I was like, yeah, we not doing that.
yeah, and that's the best part is because we're putting that next generation out there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's up to us to teach them love and to show kindness, even when
And it's scary. Because
Yeah.
we see kids dying from suicide.
Because of bullying.
Every day, yeah. And you be like, what, 13? Or what, 6? Or what, 12? Like, how is that an option in your brain that you feel like the world is much better off without you? That's crazy.
And the thing is too is when you realize that God is purposeful and He doesn't make mistakes, so that your life is not an accident. Yes, you are supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be here to go through those bumps and those bruises.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be here. And so it's easy to get frustrated. It's easy to feel like you said, 13 years old and you're being bullied and you think that that's it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know and you don't have that foundation of knowing that God don't make mistakes. And you might not know what it is now you're supposed to do, but it's something. It is something. You play a role somewhere.
Yeah.
So you just have to, again, get uncomfortable. Be okay with that and find where you fit in. Find your lane. Find your lane. It's not easy. You might have to cut clear across traffic. But find your lane.
Do it when it's clear, though. We don't want to lose you.
Yeah, don't get...
I seen a guy, it get dark at like 5. And I'm on Greenfield. And I just see, shoo, it's a guy on the bike. Like the light turned green and he just flew. Like, I'm going to make it.
Oh, okay.
Greenfield and Grand River. I'm like, oh,
Oh, well.
God was on your side.
Yeah.
Because if I was not with my glasses on, because I'm blind as a bat in dark, man, and I would have took off and hit my gas. Not even just fast, but that's how close he was. He was like, like right in front of traffic. And got on the sidewalk. And I'm like, the light turned green. Like, if we all just would have proceeded, somebody would have smacked you crazy.
Yes, and look, if you were rushing,
If you was rushing,
everybody know I got a 5-minute grace period, y'all. I got better. It used to be 15. So my late's a little
good.
different. I'm
That's good.
not really late. I'm just kind of tardy. Yeah, my last name W. I'm used to being in the back of the row.
Yeah,
So they
take a
get to
minute
be
to
last.
get to
So I got that 5-minute grace period. I'll be there. I'll be there. I get there. It ain't gonna be necessarily right on the time that you said. But with that 5-minute grace period, your girl is there. It's there.
In between.
Yeah, but that's true.
Okay.
You just gotta be okay with being uncomfortable.
You do.
And embrace it, because it's part of your journey. It's part of your bumps and your bruises and your scars, and all of that is part of what makes you you and what gives you, your testimonies to help people.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yes. So, Do you want to share a testimony? Or what made you feel like when you went through something and you was like, I had to get uncomfortable in that moment? Like, that's when I realized, you know, that was hindering me because it was something that I was used to. Or, I don't know, you just want to share a story?
Yeah, ooh, getting uncomfortable. My God, all of this is uncomfortable.
Okay, I'll share one. I'll go first. It was a women's meeting, y'all. You could beat me later.
Okay.
And it was about the second one. And I remember it was me, you, First Lady, Avila. I don't know if Sade was at this one. And we was sitting there and we wrapping it up. We was in Starbucks for about an hour and some change. And I had talked to Shawnta about being uncomfortable with praying
I know where you
for
go.
other people.
No.
And she put me on the blast. Like, you want to pray us out, Bridgette? You want to pray us out? And I'm like, no. And she like, come on, you can do it. And I'm like, no. And then T like, come on, we. And I'm like, all right, let us bow our heads, dear Heavenly Father. And I was so uncomfortable. But after I did it, I was like, it wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to think that I was supposed to pray like others. Like, long, drawn out.
No.
People who in ministry, long, drawn out. And we come to you as humbly as we know how. And
That's my opening line.
See what I'm saying?
Sorry.
So, and I used to be scared, like, I don't know what to say. I don't know if it's going to come out right. And I'm supposed to quote what's out the Bible. And then one day, talking to her, she was just like, no, it's not that hard. Like, you thinking about it too much.
Yeah, just talk.
And then I was talking to my cousin who just battled breast cancer. And she was saying how it's just a whisper. She like, it's not that hard. She was like, when I get in the car, I pray for traveling mercies. I pray for the people, the distracted drivers, because, you know what I'm saying, you got people out there texting and stuff, and they might just make a mistake and bump the back of your car. Or when I'm walking in the grocery store, I'm praying, you know, over the food that I'm buying, and, you know, just for God keeping me to make it to the grocery store. And when I'm at home, I'm praying over my husband, and, you know, and then she was saying how, like you said, surround people that want to be more like you. So when you out, and we so stuck on my dating life, she just don't want me to settle. I get it, right? And I'm just like, I'm by myself right now. I'm in a happy place.
Yes.
But she was saying how her husband could pray for her. She was like, and he was saved before they got married. Now her husband, like,
that's awesome.
56 maybe, but she only 46. So yeah, I think they're like 10 years apart. And she was saying how he wasn't saved when they got married. She was always saved. They both grew up in the church, but he had 16 siblings. Yeah. And he was saying how he always battled with always being the one who had to help everybody, and everybody always came to him for money and stuff, and he just always pulled back, you know, from it. So even though his mom and dad, because they was married, raising him in church, he went off to the army, and he came back. Then he starts working for DPD. He retired because he got into a bad car accident, had a hip replacement and stuff. And so they married, and they met the third day. He proposed to her, right?
What?
She was like, I went home, I prayed, I told God, if I shouldn't do it, just trouble me in my sleep. She said she just stepped out on faith. I mean, this man was giving her money. He went and brought her a car. She was on the bus working 2 jobs, serving, waitressing tables. And it was hard for her, you know. And this was like back in 2002, 2004 when she got married. So,
oh, they had some years.
Yeah, so it was like, her bills weren't that much. And she said, I remember him asking me, like, how much is your bills monthly? And she was like, $600 or whatever. And she had a house. Her mom stayed downstairs. She stayed upstairs. And I said, shoot, I wish my bills was $600 a month. Like, do you know how much I be saving right now, Jesus? But she ain't had no car, so no car insurance. And she on the bus, and you know what I'm saying? And so she said the second day he pulled up to her house, take her on a date. He had a brand new Infinity. Okay. A little sporty, little two-door. I see it now. I would have thought, like, you trying to get in my panties. You being a little creepy. What's going on here? You know, is it a hidden agenda? Like,
I died.
What's going on? But it worked out for the better. You know what I'm saying? Like, she went through cancer just last year. I think November 27th. Made it a full year since her last treatment of chemo.
Amen.
Yeah. And she got both of her breasts removed. She went from stage 2 to stage 4 in like 3 weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah. So they like emergency rushed her, did the surgery and stuff. And that first night at chemo, I was like, I'm coming over. I was like, because I don't know nothing about it. I just always heard other people's stories, and I'm like, I just feel like it's gonna be bad. And then she was saying, the doctor was telling her straight up, like, you're gonna feel like you're dying when you get that first dosage. You're gonna feel like God about to take you out, but I promise you, you're gonna make it through. And I mean, when her husband, okay, so the port in her shoulder was right here. So I get there, and they stay way out somewhere. When I get there, the Lukenza or whatever it is, the medicine that they give them when they going through chemo, it releases at a certain time, and you literally have about 45 minutes before you shut down, before it's over, okay? And it released, and when it released, she was trying to cook dinner, and she just started getting dizzy-headed, and she started cramping, and he was like, okay, go lay down. That's enough. Go lay down. And the doctor had talked to him personally and told him, when it released, she gonna go through it. Okay? She gonna go through it. You're gonna have to hold her down, because she gonna go through it. And he went and laid her on the bed, because it was like she locked up. She couldn't do nothing. He picked her up and walked her in the room, laid her on the bed. So I'm like, do you want to close her eyes?
Like, what do I do?
Yeah, you know, and he held her head. She just screamed. She said it felt so bad. It felt like I got hit by a car 8 times, back to back to back to back to back. And then somebody just shot me in the head. Like, I thought I was out. She just sat there screaming while he held her back. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine your spouse watching you go through something like that? And then you just there, yeah. And so he prayed over her, and she was like, "That's what type of husband you want. You want somebody who gonna pray for you like you pray for them." And I'm like, "That's what's up." Because if I was the husband, I know I would have been freaking out. Like, I don't know what to do. I probably would have been in the room, but I probably wouldn't have been holding her head, you know, while she's screaming. I probably would have been like, "All right, man, I should just leave her alone there, do her thing." But for him to get in the bed with her and watch her go through that, I mean, all her visits and every week doing chemo, and like, man.
But to know what to do, and to know that even as a non-believer, like not really being in church, I won't say non-believer, but to know that when your back is against the wall, you still got to come out praying. You got to come out praying. Because he remembers you and he can hear you. That is your when you pray, it's your personal conversation. That's why your prayer can't sound like mine, and mine can't sound like yours. Because it's your personal conversation. So it's like to still come out and to know that in the midst of the chaos, you know, to bring that calming spirit, to bring God into the middle of all of that. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And
you know, they went through whatever they went through, and he got resaved, but it's just like, and you know, like when they was telling her it hit stage 4, she was writing her obituary, y'all. She called me over like, all right, well, I already told my husband, whatever you want, you can have it. And I'm like, we fighting this.
No, that's
we ain't talking about this.
This is how we fight
our battles. Hey, we is not about to do this right now.
No.
We fighting this. We ain't about to talk about it. She like what song she won't play. She don't want that many people come to the funeral. It could just be a little simple memorial.
No.
And I'm like, no, we not doing that.
Yes, you have the power and the authority over those situations just by speaking his name.
Yes.
We are not doing that. I think about it all the time, like when we sing that song at church.
Oh, yeah.
You think about when you're fighting your battles, you're supposed to be in your biggest, strongest stance, right? Like you gearing up. But to think that as believers, we fight our battles on our knees, the most subservient position that you have, the most vulnerable, because you're on your knees and your head is bowed. So you are in the most like, come and get me, come and attack me position. But that's where we go to fight our battles. It's on our knees when we pray. Yeah. It's on our knees. And for me, it was just so ironic that, you know, how do we fight our battles? We're not going and we're not getting ready for war. We're not putting on our armor. We're not about to strap up or nothing like that. Like, we getting on our knees. Yeah. We getting on our knees. We praying. And we're on our knees, hands together, head down, eyes closed. Mm-hmm. But we know because of who we serve that we coming out victorious.
Almighty.
We coming out victorious. You can't go to battle and not get no scratches.
Man.
But you know what side you coming out on. Mm-hmm. You know what side you coming out on. So
it's awesome just to think. Like, if you think back at some of the stuff that you had to go through or been through, and you just felt at that moment, of course, like, I'm not about to make it through this.
No. How?
I was just up. I was just driving the car of my dreams, the house I wanted, and in the blink of an eye, God just snatched it from up under you, right? Yes. I'm with child, and I got kids, and I'm trying to figure out
what's next.
I done got laid off. How I'm supposed to maneuver now, put food on the table, and put a roof over my kids' heads. So now God just took you from up here to down here, and I pay attention to that. Like, I really do. When your life is repeating and repeating and repeating, you got to figure out what you doing. Right?
Yeah, you missing something.
God is like, something. You're not listening. Boop, bump your head again because you're not listening. Spot. And you gotta sit still. That's when you become still, and you be like, you just pray about it. Like, okay, God, move me how you need to move me. Show me where I need to be. Give me the job you need me to have, and I'ma just stop rushing it.
Yes, we stop making a mess.
I done went to some interviews, and I've been like, I really want this job. I really want this job. And prayed on it. Then went to the next interview. Really want this job. Prayed on it. And then you go with the first one who called, right? You don't really give it time. You go with the first one who called. Getting that job, and you just like, this not where I'm supposed to be.
This ain't right. I don't like it. I don't like
the
it.
The boss from the boss's boss
to
the girl next to you.
Yeah.
You like, it. No, this the devil here. Let's go, kids.
Yes.
No, like, we not doing it. So I done been there where I done, simple as a job. I done had a job, and I just been like so quick to I gotta do something fast. Yep. And Lamira taught me that, like, stop being so quick to
get out there,
to do this and do that, you know. And I'd be like, I gotta pay the bills up, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta make sure the kids got a Christmas gift, so I'm gonna fall behind on my bills and go shopping and do this and do that. And he'd be like, can you be patient? and this year, I can honestly say I've been being really patient, because they've been offering us a lot of overtime, and I be looking at my account like, oh, I just want to order something.
Yeah.
And then I be like, you know what? It's so much more to do, and be focused on than those little shoes or that skirt. And my man's at the door.
She got into her broke best friend, y'all. But that is so true. It's like, you gotta stop rushing and make sure that what you're doing is in alignment with the word. You gotta stop rushing. You got to. Because you will make a mess each and every time.
Mommy, I made a sock for school.
Okay, go put it in there, Mama. I'm doing a video, okay?
Okay.
So we gonna wrap it up, but I did want to ask you, what's 3 goals that you, or 3 visions, that's important to you right now that you might want to see yourself doing? Even if you're working into it right now, going into the beginning of the year, but going into the beginning of the year, what's 3 goals that you want to work on?
Oh my goodness. 3 goals. Well, professionally, I want to move forward, and I want to get more into teaching and more into instructing.
Okay.
In my personal life, a goal, my goodness, is to just to keep growing and being more open, and realizing, just to keep growing and taking those past experiences and really understanding. I want like a better understanding of life personally, and to have better relationships with people, and to really strengthen that, because I can be kind of what you will not believe it, but I am so introverted and deathly shy. Like oh my God. So I want to strengthen relationships and go out and be outgoing and spend more time with people and just doing more and growing and just being around others. So I just want to keep evolving as a person.
Okay.
And just keep growing. And spiritually, this is honestly, when people ask me, this is the one area of my life where I don't really have a goal, because I never expected to be where I am now.
Oh.
So I'm literally just like, you know what, God, wherever I'm supposed to be next, just take me there. Just lead me there. And I know it's going to be uncomfortable, because nothing about this has been comfortable. Has been comfortable at all. No, none of it. Yeah. So spiritually, just I'm open. Just wherever I need to be, and however I can help and continue to do work for the kingdom.
That's awesome. I love it.
Awesome. So it's time to pray. You gonna do it?
Nope. The guests pray us out.
Oh goodness.
Yes. Only because they hear me pray all the time.
So I look, got it. No.
Got her this time.
Right. So, Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us here together today. I thank you for just the fellowship and the conversation and just being able to draw and pull from one another and talk about our experiences, Lord. It is my prayer that anyone who is listening, if it doesn't apply to you and it doesn't touch you, I just pray that you would just share it with someone to be able to help them through it and give them a little bit better of an understanding. It is my prayer and my decree that as we leave this chat, as you close out this video, that you leave empowered, and you can draw strength from it, and knowing that it's okay to be uncomfortable. Just embrace it, because it's all a part of your process. So I pray that God continues to cover you and to stretch you and to mold you and to help you grow into being a better person and someone that you can actually be proud of, because you're walking with Christ. Amen.
Amen.
We did it. Thank you so much. Love it here.
I'm so excited.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much for having me come over.
You're so mean. Yes. Well, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys.
Yes.
Let's talk, let's pray, let's faith. I definitely have 2 more guests on the list as of now. So Lady T, and then I don't have a date for her yet. And then Tisha.
Oh,
so
all right, y'all got more to come.
It's definitely more to come. Will you be back?
Absolutely. I love it here. I love her house, y'all. It's so quiet.
I'm so excited. I'm glad.
Okay.
So, yeah, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We will see y'all later. And love y'all. Thanks for the support. Definitely share it. Share the video.
Yeah. You never know who it's gonna help or who needs that little extra push.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you all felt something today, and I'm glad we went live.
Yes.
We did it live. See? Ain't that bad, right?
No,
Wasn't that bad?
not too bad.
Wasn't that bad?
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Not to take a nap.
Oh, yeah, we'll be talking. Yeah. All right.
After her nap. See y'all later.